Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I forgot to mention this morning that Mississippi State won the national championship, or won the College World Series, and for the first time in the school's history, they are national champions in a major sport, and that is a big deal. So congratulations to them. Rowdy Jordan, this is Tanner Allen, and I believe this is Rowdy Jordan here. Those two guys are the two best players on the team and kind of led the team. And I actually, at one of my son's travel ball tournaments, I actually met Rowdy Jordan. He's just a short, stocky guy, but he's a switch hitter and very nice young man. He was extremely nice. Took a picture with my son. Mississippi State is one of the schools that I would like to see my son. If he could get an opportunity to play baseball there, I would love it. My son is a 15-year-old right now, 6'2", left-handed pitcher. Just the kind of pitcher that they might want to pull up on their radar. So any of you Mississippi State people, if you're listening, I know that. See, and the other thing that's cool about what happened is Mississippi State had beefed up their pitching staff. They had over like 20 pitchers. And so I told my son, I said, that means that all these other schools are going to now look to beef up their pitching staffs and make sure they have at least 15 or 20 pitchers themselves. So State, if you're looking for a lefty pitcher, my son is getting deadly, and he's 6'2" lefty. Just what you want. Okay, moving along. Dark Defender, hi there all. XRP has broken 66 cents yesterday and touched 70 cents. EW1 ended. 66 is a critical level. If XRP can't hold 66, 57 cents will be the support. Currently we're in EW2, which is a correction. This will be followed by EW3, targeting 83 cents and $1.33. Now, he still is sticking by his target of, I think it was $13, and I also saw 14 out of somebody else the other day, so that's kind of the gist of the thinking. Now, this is an interesting thread. They're going through some of the things, the trends in crypto. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptos are communities. What is the profile and motivation of cryptocurrency owners? And then as you go through this, he says, investors tend to be young, educated, high income, are likely to have experience of using digital finance, but do not seem motivated by distrust in fiat currencies or regulated finance. We look into the role of acquisition. Let's see, it says, for example, in recent years, gender gap in crypto ownership has emerged while knowledge has actually converged. All right. Then it says, let's see, hodling has become more pervasive. The most recent data, owning a cryptocurrency in 1 year increases the probability on average of owning a cryptocurrency in the next year by more than 50%. But this is the one I really like. Across cryptocurrencies in our sample, we find that owners of XRP and Ether are the most educated, while those owning Litecoin are the least educated. This makes a lot of sense to me. With Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash ranking in the middle. Now, I think when it's all said and done, only the uneducated will be in Litecoin, Bitcoin. I won't throw Bitcoin Cash in there because I think that that's something maybe a little better. But anyway, overall, cryptocurrencies are anyway, that's the gist of it. But it's not a coincidence that the most educated are in XRP, folks. That is not a coincidence because it makes adult sense, not kid sense. XRP researcher sent me this. RippleX announcing our investment in Mintable app. NFTs put power back into the hands of creators globally, and soon consumers and devs can mint and purchase NFTs sustainably, securely, and at a low cost using the XRP ledger. And then Monica Long, who runs RippleX, says, as the NFT market and creator economies grow, many participants are iced out due to high gas fees required to create NFTs. Mintable app is removing these barriers to create with a shared vision for low-cost sustainable NFTs on XRP Ledger. Together, we believe NFTs will enable profitability and new business models with the blockchain and of their choice for creators, and the mainstream accessibility to crypto. Do you understand what this means, folks? What it means is that Ethereum proof of work with its high gas fees is about to have to deal for the first time in its existence with a level playing field and compete with the XRP ledger, which doesn't cost an arm and a leg to buy these NFTs. That is when the game changes. It's not a coincidence that you're seeing this all happen right before your eyes. Okay, interesting article here. This lady has put out another Forbes article. The demand for Ripple test is evolving, whether the SEC wins its case or not. And then it goes on. In this article, I wanted to read the last part of it. So SEC assault on Ripple provokes wider debate. Now, the most interesting part of this for me is the last paragraph, because this Ripple test concept, it was the first thing that Stuart Alderati said when the SEC sued Ripple. He called it a Ripple test. And I always thought it was kind of strange because that phrase was right on the tip of his tongue the second that lawsuit dropped. And it's almost as if they all wanted a Ripple test and all wanted, almost like they all wanted a lawsuit is what the reason it struck me. And listen to this last paragraph. Levy raised one of my previous articles on replacing Howey with a Ripple test for cryptocurrencies, where a more specific and relevant set of questions would determine the status of a digital token. The demand for a Ripple test is evolving whether the SEC wins its case or not. The conversation has moved beyond the SEC, not only because its credibility has been shaken by its startlingly bad arguments in the pretrial phase. There is a growing recognition that the treatment of XRP by the SEC has come to symbolize the U.S. government's fundamental misunderstanding of cryptocurrencies, decentralized ledgers, and blockchain technology, and what they mean to the global economy. For Deaton and millions of other users of the technology, XRP will either be a triumphant hero or a martyr. But its legacy will play a role in defining the future of the global economy and whether the United States will be a player or a follower. I thought that was a pretty interesting finishing paragraph. Now, this was brought to my attention by this at X_PhoenixRP, and what it is this. This is the Zenfin Network, which is XDC, which I've been buying some XDC recently. You can buy it on Bitrue. We went through about 7 or 8 digital assets that I think are in the game that are connected to what governments are doing, and this was one of them, XDC. All right, Zenfin it's the Zenfin Network. Okay, look at their logo for a minute, and then I want you to look at the logo of the United Nations. Zenfin, United Nations. Zenfin, United Nations. And I tweeted this out, and I said there are no coincidences, because I don't believe that there are, folks. Now, this is one of the funniest tweets I've seen today from Esoteric XRP. Someone's been smelling too much rocket fuel. Sure, the sheeple want to be fleeced again. Why not? Elon Musk, he's doing another dog coin tweet. Also, now this is the most I've laughed in a while in crypto land. You got to see this. XRP, the Standard Productions, which is, he does parody in XRP Twitter. And so I wanted to show you this. Apparently he went and he gave Kevin Sorbo, who was Hercules on TV, he's on Cameo. Apparently he went to Kevin Sorbo and was very specific about what Kevin Sorbo wanted to say. And it's funny because Kevin Sorbo has no idea how viral he is going to go today.
Okay, this is a first for me. This is the Brad and Chris. This is Kevin Sorbo. Maybe you knew me from my Hercules years or from Andromeda or one of my many, many movies, because I have shot 66 movies so far. I just hit 66. 3 more lined up, but that's how this is about, Brad and Chris. This is coming from Jay. And Jay says last December that he sued you guys. He said, I sued my friends, Brad and Chris, and their company, Ripple. And he wants me to tell you that he's sorry. that he still cares about you guys, even through the lawsuit. And he also wants me to pass on to Brad that, Brad, you still have apparently the best beard. So there, I deliver that message. I obviously don't know the whole story behind this. And yeah, this is an interesting one to set out, you guys. But I hope
You have no idea.
out. I hope you guys can burn that bridge and get back together and hang out and yeah, stuff like that. All right. Doing my best job as Captain Dylan Hunt here from Andromeda or Hercules or whatever. But I think a happy place for you guys to go would be sorbos.org. Sorbos.org. There you go. Check that out. All right.
He has no idea that he was talking about an SEC chairman and two guys with the company that works on the use case for the one XRP. If you do not follow this guy, you need to go follow him yesterday at XRP_productions. He's one of the funniest people. You know, I'll tell you a story. One time I actually did a Zoom with him, and he said that he was telling me that one of the things that he thought was so funny in media from the past, he said he was a huge fan of the Phil Hendry show. And those of you that don't know about the Phil Hendry show, go on YouTube and watch it. Phil Hendry is one of my favorite radio programs of all time. He was a syndicated talk show back in the 90s, I guess, but he's still on. I think he does his show online. The guy's a genius. He literally does people's voices, or what he does is he's created about 30 characters. If you can add up all of the worst personality traits in anybody that you've ever met, you add all those personality traits together, and he has created about 30 characters and does the voices of those characters. And then he turns around and does a radio show where he pretends to interview those characters. He pretends he's having people on to talk to his audience, and they're actually characters that he created, and he's doing the voice not only as the radio host interviewer, but he's also doing the voices of the characters that he's created, and they're all designed to make you, the audience, angry. It's the funniest show you've ever heard in your life if you've never listened to it. But that's what's funny is that XRP, the Standard Productions, had told me that he loved that show, and it was ironic because that was my favorite radio show. It's the classic. So anyway, okay. Wanted to show you this. This is from Link2, one of my sponsors. Since February 2020, Link2 has made 90 investments in 21 companies. Of these, 3 have completed their exits: Coinbase, SoFi, and Marqeta. And 5 are in the process of exiting: Better, Acorns, NerdWallet, Robinhood, and Kraken. And this is why I keep talking about this, and I'm their customer as well as them being a sponsor. They just added, just to put this in perspective, Link2, their stock, or their SPVs, have been private equity. It's been on the platform for almost a year, I guess, maybe more than a year. It was at $1.40 at least for the last 6 months or so. They just sold out, and it's back on the platform at $1.75. When I first saw Uphold on here, it was at 40 cents. That's the lowest price I remember seeing. That was in the last 8 or 10 months as well. 40 cents. It's now at $6.75. And just the other day, the CEO of Uphold told me in their online conference, and we had talked about it, that they were planning on trying to go public in the next 6 months as long as nothing goes crazy wrong. That is a monster, folks. Kraken sold out. Ripple sold out. They're not even showing it on here because it sold out. But this is the way. As what is it, the Mandalorian? That's what he says all the time. That they say this is the way, but yeah, this is the way. This allows you an opportunity to invest in not just private. You can get in private equity as an accredited investor at as low as $10,000, and then, as we all are, you're also able to invest in digital assets like we're all doing on other platforms. This what's so great about this time, the Internet of Value, is that we can do both. We're not stuck the way you were when the internet came along, the .com boom. When that came along, if you weren't working for a .com or whatever, you didn't have the option to get private equity. This time's different. They didn't have this kind of platform back then. So what I'm doing is I'm buying private equity, and I'm also investing in digital assets, picks and shovels. And I know for a fact, because we've heard them say it, this is what venture capitalists are doing too. They're buying digital currencies and they're getting the equity, because they know both have opportunity. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button. Tell your friends and family to go into the descriptions of my videos and download the Link2 app. Go to their website. See if you qualify to be accredited. Thanks for listening.